KBOI 2 News this morning.
6:12, a brutal reality for pregnant prisoners in Idaho. If a woman gives birth, she must go back to prison while the child remains on the outside.
So what happens to their newborn? KBOI 2's Natalie Hurst found out about a new program bridging the gap between their due date and release date.
So one thing I just wanted to show you. So it's Samantha, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So have just a see. This ball's kind of small for you.
We first met 26-year-old Samantha Campbell on an exercise ball. At 36 weeks into her pregnancy, she's been learning to balance the long arm of the law with the laws of nature.
I think I'm going to be riding that emotional roller coaster constantly because I'm going to have that joy. But when he gets ripped away from me, it's going to be one of the hardest things I've ever had to do.
Samantha's expecting a boy, and he's due before her sentence is complete in May. About a half dozen inmates are currently in similar situations at South Boise Women's Correctional Center.
Oh, geez.
They're learning childbirthing and parenting through St. Luke's and Horizon Health.
The ball is the reason the birth ball is so great is because it really helps the baby push down into the pelvis.
Classes are taught on site at the minimum security facility. Many here are having their first child. For Samantha, Carter is her second child. Here he is at 28 weeks old.
And this is my first son.
Okay, what's his name?
Cash.
Samantha hasn't forgotten how life was before she violated probation for felony possession and burglary.
I got hungry and decided to steal $2 in dollar store items and violated my probation.
Or what she stands to gain when she gets out of here.
I feel if I sleep with them above my head that I'm closer to them somehow, or I'm still with them.
Day by day, she's counting down to her sentence completion May 25th, and counting most on this person, her mother.
She motivates me and encourages me no matter what I do, and sticks by me no matter what happens. So.
And she's going to be the administrator, right?
Yes.
Idaho law requires Samantha select someone to take care of Carter during the 4 months she'll still be in prison after his birth. Samantha's chosen her mother, but she can't shake a lingering worry.
How to deal with that emotional separation and how he's going to handle it, and if he's going to be able to adjust to me being his mom when my mom's all he's known for the past 4 months.
We only have 2 balls.
Demand for these childbirth classes keeps rising. Between 2015 and 2016, the number of pregnant inmates admitted to the facility increased 157%.
We want to give these ladies the empowerment that they can do this.
Melissa Ward oversees this program. Her first priority, casting away the inmate label.
They are given the same opportunities during labor. They get to walk the halls when they're in labor, just like any other woman.
Which brings us to this day. On Tuesday of this week, Samantha went into labor. And here he is, Carter Dylan Campbell, born 9 pounds, 6 ounces, 21.5 inches long. Samantha was in labor for 32 hours. She knows she won't have long with him.
I'm trying not to let it hit me until it comes, but I'm really starting to feel it now that I have him, you know? I'm starting to regret leaving him.
By law, a guard has been by Samantha's side, and Samantha's mother will soon be here to take Carter home. But it won't be their final goodbye. Specialized visits at the prison will be allowed.
And what that does is that allows them to spend more time with their baby. It allows them to be able to have that extra bonding time with their baby, and really does help build that connection between the two.
A benefit for both baby and mother.
It means everything to me just to be able to have that skin-to-skin contact and be able to bond with him.
Program coordinators say all of this is also reducing the likelihood these ladies return to prison by 75%.
A lot of them don't know how to cope, and coping skills, especially when you're depressed, you know, a lot of them resort back to using drugs or alcohol. And so when they can recognize those signs and symptoms, they know where they can reach out for help.
Prison does not define them. They are women that are pregnant, and we really want to support that.
Something Samantha is now seeing in Carter, motivating her to focus on their future and stay out of prison.
I love him with all my heart, and just because I made these mistakes doesn't mean that I'm not gonna be there for him for the rest of his life.
Natalie Hurst, KBOI News, Boise.
This morning, Samantha is back at the South Boise Women's Correctional Center. Samantha's mother picked up Carter from St. Luke's earlier this week.
He's beautiful. Cute. Oh, look at the round head.
Valerie Sith is visiting from North Idaho. This week, she's staying with her other daughter in Ontario. That's where Carter will meet his older brother, Cash. Valerie says she'll make sure Samantha doesn't miss out on these next 4 months without Carter.
I'm going to do as much visiting with her as I can before we go home so she can have time with him, and then I'll just build a baby book, grab her pictures.
We'll continue to follow this story and take you inside prison walls as Samantha helps mother her child from a distance.